Vikings, Eagles. Fascinating stuff here because in the first game, Kevin O'Connell era for the Minnesota Vikings looked like it was going to be a fucking
Yeah,
we are geniuses. We are smarter than everybody. Kirk Cousins, new haircut, new bod, yoked up. Justin Jefferson doing the gritty still, but now he's getting a lot more attention as being the guy because he's been a game wrecker since he stepped into the NFL. Obviously, he didn't get drafted before Rager or other rookie wide receivers at the time. He was drafted late, ends up in Minnesota. Kirk Cousins and he have become a dynamic duo, especially in week one where they went for over 200 yards against the Packers.
Yeah, wide open, a lot.
Adam Thielen, still a guy. We absolutely love him. Dalvin Cook, still a guy. We absolutely love him. Defense, add Smith onto the team from the Packers. Has Harrison hit Stick Smith, who I think, did something happen to him last night during the game?
I don't think so.
He might have got banged up, but I think he came back. I don't think it's serious or anything like that.
He's a stud. They got Pat still. I mean, they have a bunch of names all over that roster, and we thought maybe this was going to be the year in the NFC North that the Vikings are going to say, this is our house.
Yeah.
The NFC North runs through Skull.
I won't do it. Can't do it.
Skull. 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 And it's not. It is not. It feels like the Vikings, potentially same old Vikings, up and down, or maybe the Eagles are just fucking dogs. They made Kirk Cousins look like Kirk Cousins from like 3-4 years ago. We thought Kirk Cousins has maybe grown into an absolute savage because he has won in primetime games. And in week one against the Packers, he was slinging it all over the place, sitting in the face of adversity, big-time shots, delivering the rock. They were doing their thing. He and Kevin O'Connell, the first offensive coach he's had since becoming a Minnesota Viking. This guy's going to empower him. Although the GM said, we don't have Patrick Mahomes or an Aaron Rodgers. We got fucking lazy-ass, bum-ass Kirk Cousins. He said that literally day one of training camp. It felt like the offense was going to really suit for Kirk Cousins' needs. Last night, I don't know if Kirk Cousins sucks or if the Eagles' defense is just that much better.
Yeah.
Slay feasted. Yeah. Slay had a wide-open pick that was tossed to him like it was a punt return. But in the fourth quarter, up 24-7, one-on-one with Justin Jefferson, just moments after waving off the sideline because he had a little bit of limp, they were going to take him out because it is a red zone. He says, nah, Slay is a slay maker, a playmaker. 2 picks for that Eagles defense. Jalen Hurts seemed to be unstoppable. This team is fucking awesome to watch, and Coach Sirianni is maybe the reason why for building this culture in Philly that we all mocked at one point because the way he was doing it was a little bit different than we had heard in the past. Seems like they've got teams. They got a team and a bunch of players that kind of fit their mold, and that Eagle squad might be on a fucking terror in the NFC East.
Yeah, if Jalen Hurts can play like that, he's just so dynamic. I mean, that's what everyone said last year. Like, this guy can't complete a pass. So if he, if you can limit what he can do in the run game, like, and you have to make him beat you from the pocket, he can't do it. He looked unbelievable yesterday.
He did.
He looked unbelievable. And adding A.J. Brown is, I mean, to go back to the Titans game too, I know they always talk about Derrick Henry. Like, you see how important A.J. Brown was to their offense. Like, they lose him, and it's like, you stop Derrick Henry, the game's over. Adding A.J. Brown for Jalen Hurts, and Devonta Smith's got one more year. He's starting to, like, that. The Eagles are... They've been very, I mean, granted, it's 2 weeks into the season, but holy shit, they've been very impressive.
And swag.
For sure.
Very comfortable, very confident, and all of Philadelphia was going bananas. Paulie B, the audio guy here, he obviously loves the Eagles. First thing he said this morning, go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. D'Alessandro's. Eagles people are
not a D'Alessandro's guy or Pat's.
Yeah, he said he likes,
I can't remember what he said, but he said
Bruno's
he
or something.
Yeah.
Joe's.
Yeah.
Joe's kind of stinks. He said D'Alessandro's is okay, so he knows.
He understands. But the Philadelphia Eagles fans have to very much appreciate where they're at because people say he can't throw, made some big-time passes.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown opens up the box, though. Look at this run that Jalen had last night where he hovers from the 6-yard line. Now, the score of the game, 14-7, second quarter. This is about when people are about to start fall asleep last night because there was 2 games on. It was very late. Great blocking by Goddard. Gets tackled. He said, from like the 5. And everybody started pointing out, this is why you do 600-pound squats. This is why you do this. This is why you get a guy who's an absolute fucking dog. Like, there's a lot of people that maybe go down here, especially at the quarterback position. Jalen Hurts says, nah. Just like I was run out of Alabama and people thought I was going to stink. I'm going to hover into the fucking end zone and put this thing in its full 2-score game. This Eagles team is electrifying. They're fun to watch. Defense got a bunch of swag, and hopefully Sirianni will have more press conferences. And on the flip side, the Vikings might be completely dead. We have no idea what to expect from them going forward, and we should remember that when we're placing bets.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely do think, although Kirk Cousins won on primetime and won a playoff game, can't go betting on Kirk Cousins in primetime at any other point. The Eagles, it feels like, though, with them having an unbelievable D-line, unbelievable O-line, and Hurts running like that, it feels like they're a very complete team, too, just like we were talking about with the Bills. Like, sure, you could say, oh, well, Hurts, he just tucks it and runs. He had like 330 passing yards yesterday. Like, they can beat you in multiple different ways. And obviously, maybe the Vikings week 1, and that was kind of a fluke, and they aren't that good. But it feels like they're also a good team, and they got the doors blown off them by the Eagles.
Yeah, it's fascinating to kind of watch teams settle into what they are.
Yeah.
Like, who's what? We don't know. We have no idea right now. Like the Packers. We'll talk to Aaron, obviously, in like 2 hours. Are they that second week team? We'd assume, because history states that maybe they'll walk into a season and get their fucking asses beat.
Right.
And then they'll wake up and kind of do their thing. Looks like a team when Lazard's on the field, much different than whenever he's not on the field.
Yeah.
Looks like Adam Jenkins. Maybe we get Bakhtiari back. Maybe that'll help out the whole thing. But I don't think anybody is like 100% sure what that team's going to become because Devontae's not there. Who knows what the future's going to look like? And nobody knows what this Vikings team's going to be. How about the Lions? They lose to the Eagles, right? They make it a game late, and everybody judges the Eagles. What if the Lions are a damn team? We have no idea if the Lions are a team. A.Q. Shipley is going to be here in a little bit, breaking down some in-the-trenches offensive line play that I think is going to make us better bettors because the big boys down underneath see the game from a different space. Cannot wait to hear that. He said, hey, I like that Lions team.
Yeah.
He said he likes the way the Lions team plays. He said schematically seems like they're potentially a squad. Foxy's clapping and smiling back there. I don't know if AQ is just saying that because he's a former player that was a coach in the NFL, so he's just pulling for him. We got to understand that there's biases. Yeah. But there's a lot of teams where I'm not sure we have a clue what to know about them. But in 5 weeks, it might be like, yeah, this fucking team is different than we've ever seen them before. That is why the NFL season is such a process, and that's why I'm enjoying every fucking game that comes on, even if it's inconvenient to have 2 games on at the same time on a Monday night.